Hello everyone. Last week, Karnataka High Court has struck down Health Security National Security Cess on Pan Masala, a capacity-based levy. It is being read as a big win for the industry. However, in my humble opinion, it is still a narrow one. There were many important questions that were left unanswered by the Honorable Karnataka High Court. I should disclose this at the outset that I am not speaking on this one from the outside. I have challenged the same levy before Honorable Delhi High Court where matter is listed for arguments. The grounds raised in my petition were never raised before Honorable Karnataka High Court. The Karnataka High Court held two things and the sequence matters. On legislative competence, Honorable Karnataka High Court said that the Parliament has power to impose such a levy. The levy was struck down on the ground of violation of Article 14. The manner of levy it held is arbitrary. So it is interesting to note that, yes, of course the act fell, but on the weaker of the two questions. The court struck down how the cess is being levied under this act, while affirming that Parliament has power to levy such a cess. And it explicitly reserved liberty to the Union to reenact. And this distinction is important. A defect in the manner of levy can be cured by the government. But the finding that does the permanent damage is what the petitioners lost before Honorable Karnataka High Court. That is, the Parliament does not possess competence to impose such a levy. Let me explain what all was missing before Honorable Karnataka High Court when this matter was being argued. Before GST, this levy existed as excise duty. To bring in GST, states surrendered their power to impose such a levy. Capacity-based duty on Pan Masala sits exactly in this surrender field. Now the argument of central government that we have power under Article 248, that is residuary power, to impose such a levy is completely flawed. Let me explain. When GST was introduced, Article 248 itself was made subject to GST scheme. No such restriction on residuary power existed before that. A field that specifically states surrendered to bring in GST cannot be entered by the centre through backdoor using the residuary power argument. The Honorable Supreme Court said as much in Tirumala construction case. The only source of power over a subsumed levy is Article 246A, not Entry 97. The Karnataka Court escaped through Entry 97 because the door was never closed before it. There is a threshold point that reinforces this. Whatever it is called, cess, health security levy, in substance, it is nothing but excise duty on the manufacture of Pan Masala. It is a settled principle of law that measure of tax does not change the nature of levy. And Pan Masala was already before introduction of GST was levied with capacity based duty. So by no means Parliament has competence to impose such a levy. Even on arbitrariness, there are so many defects that were not brought before Honorable Karnataka High Court. First, the levy turns on weight but it has gaps in it. There is rate for above 10 gram packaging. There is rate for below 10 gram packaging. But what about packaging of 10 gram? There is no rate prescribed for it. Secondly, the rate bands are so wide that at same speed, 11 gram pouch and 1 kg tin both attract same identical cess. And we are very well aware that both the size packaging are available in the market. big brands do come up with half a kg or even 1 kg tin packaging of Pan Masala, which is widely available in the market. And why is this extremely dangerous? Because the levy ignores price altogether. Imagine two 11-gram of pouches of same size, one coming from really big brand and they are marketing it for 50 rupees, other coming from a very small brand and they are marketing it for 15 rupees. 50 rupees and 15 rupees. But the size is same, 11-gram pouch. But because there is same machine, same size, so same cess. The identical burden falls on a 15 rupee pouch as on 50 rupee one. How is that justified? If you do the actual maths, in figures, the cess could work out as little as 0.3% on one product, while it can go up to 45% of the retail price on another product of the same size. So the small brands in this market of Pan Masala will not be able to bear such an unreasonable and arbitrary burden. And this is the very vice that Honorable Supreme Court condemned in Mupil Nair way back. Coming to the next defect of this act. Manual packaging. A fixed flat rate of 11 lakh rupees per month has been specified in the act for premises where only manual packaging is being done without use of machinery. Now, but the definition of machine is so wide and without any clear-cut edges. Let us take a situation. Hypothetically, there is a premise where about 50 or 100 laborers are working and they are sealing the plastic pouches with use of a hot rod. Now, will you call it manual packaging or machine-based packaging? The department will obviously say it is a machine-based, fine enough. But the real problem comes, how will you calculate the duty? How will you compute the speed of the packaging machine in this case? There is no means and no manner provided in this act for such scenarios. So in short, Honorable Karnataka High Court's judgment is a respite but not a resolution in true sense. The schedules can be redrawn and the notifications can be reissued because the real controversies and the real defects never unfolded before Honorable Karnataka High Court. Amongst other issues that we just discussed, the real issue that the Parliament cannot re-enter a field through backdoor that it let go in 2016 is the question that is still waiting to be decided. That's the question worth watching. That's it for this video. I'll see you in another one. Till then, take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.